What is going on, everyone? Welcome back on Blockgems. Today we're going to talk about the Solana NFT space, and specifically we're going to discuss if all the hype that we're seeing about the projects coming to this space is worth it or not, or at least I'm going to give you my opinion. But before we jump into the content, guys, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thank you very much for your support. So I wanted to record this video because I've seen so much hype recently in the past few weeks around the Solana NFT space, and there was a lot of chatter about is it worth it, is it not worth it, is it better, different, worse than what is happening on the Ethereum space. So I wanted to give you my 2 cents. So there are a few arguments in favor for, say, the bull case for NFTs on the Solana blockchain, and I want to go through them with you. So the major argument, and was probably the one that really propelled the motivation to start creating all these NFT projects in the Solana blockchain, on the Solana blockchain, is that the gas fees, the gas prices are super high in the Ethereum blockchain. And so if you are an NFT investor, or if you want to flip NFTs very quickly, it is very hard for you to make a profit because you also have to factor in the transaction fees for you to open that position and for you to exit that position. So you have less and less margin of error as the transaction fees increase. And so as the transaction fees are very, very low on the Solana blockchain, this automatically creates an opportunity for NFT tokens and in general an NFT space to thrive in the Solana blockchain. So another reason, which is a reason that source of dissent from this one that I just mentioned, is that the Solana space is really skyrocketing right now, not only in price, but also in terms of projects that are coming to that blockchain. And so if you look at what happened for the Ethereum blockchain and for the very first Ethereum NFT projects, you want to arrive early to the party, because all the projects that are today considered seminal projects, ancient projects in the Ethereum space, such as CryptoPunks, the Bored Apes, the Art Blocks projects, are projects that are super valuable, super expensive. And so if you were one of the initial investors at the time, today you will be looking at very substantial, very handsome profits. Same thing could occur here in the Solana space, and so we see so many investors coming in early just to reap on that potential optionality. But this is very speculative already. It's a very speculative argument already. There is a third argument that could inform a bull case for Solana, and this third argument is around competition. So today, if you want to list a project on OpenSea, if you want to come up with your avatar collection of 10,000 images in the Ethereum space, there is a lot of competition, and it's very hard to emerge. So if you list something on OpenSea, nobody's probably going to see it. It is very hard to find a buyer just because you listed something in the marketplace. But the same is not true in the Solana space. If we go on Solana Art, which is so new, by the way, Solana Art is so new that is still in beta. But if we go on this marketplace, we see that there are many projects here. There are just few projects that are coming out right now. And this already is a chance, because it gives the early investors and of course the entrepreneurs the possibility to stand out, right, with their listings. However, now for the bear case, I believe that there are so many valid arguments both in favor, so in the bull case and in the bear case, but there is an argument in the bear case that I hear all the time, and it's this idea that Ethereum has a brand recognition, a brand value that is far superior to the brand recognition and brand value that Solana has as a blockchain. And this is certainly true, but it is just, in my opinion, a small part of a much bigger argument. This argument that I want to present you is the dimension not of the brand recognition, but the dimension of the network that Ethereum has. So if we want to talk about numbers, something that is absolutely measurable, we want to look at the number of addresses that, active addresses that Solana has. So people that use Solana. And if you run the numbers, and I'm not going through the calculation, but as of today, it should be around 5 million addresses. If you want to get to this, the same thought process in Ethereum, you arrive at a number of almost 170 million addresses. Now, this is relevant for a very specific reason. And let's go through this mental experiment together. Imagine that your favorite NFT artist, imagine Beeple, Hakatao, Xcopy, Pranksy, whomever you want, is going to tell you, I'm going to mint a token tomorrow, and I'm going to mint exactly the same token on both the Ethereum blockchain and the Solana blockchain at exactly the same time. Now, you can choose which token you want to receive as a gift. Which one would you pick? The one that has been minted on the Ethereum network or on the Solana network? Now, I think that the more rational choice is to pick the one that has been minted or that will be minted in the Ethereum network. This is simply because there are many more people in this market. It is a much larger market. There is much more money on it. It's a much more mature environment, very, very liquid. Or very liquid compared to Solana. And it just makes more sense, especially if the token has been minted by a recognized name. And also, let's not forget another aspect, that one of the main reasons why NFTs exist in the first place is this concept of proof of ownership. You want to be able to prove to the highest possible amount of people that you own a given token, that you are the true owner. Everyone can use it, but you are the only one that owns it. And with Ethereum, you are able to, say, enforce this right or to prove this right in a network that is much, much larger if you compare it to the Solana network. Also, there is another argument, and this is rather personal, but I will still state it. It's more of an opinion rather than a strong argument. All the projects that I've seen seem to me a little bit of a copycat of what we have already seen in the Ethereum space. The Solpunks are essentially a copy of what the CryptoPunks were or are. There is this Degen Ape Academy project that is appearing out in the Solana space. However, the Ethereum space is a whole literature around apes, so to speak. And then there are also the generative art and all these avatar projects that are also coming to this space. So I don't know about you, but part of the reason why people buy NFTs is also to flex that they have something valuable, and everyone wants the real Rolex or the real Ferrari, not the copycat of the luxury thing. So to me, they still have too much of a flavor of a copycat product. But this is what we have seen so far, so it doesn't speak for the future. Maybe we will see amazing and very innovative projects coming to the space. Another argument is the fact that it is true that transaction costs are much, much lower on Solana, and this is a very valid argument, a very strong argument, but the minting prices are not that distant one from the other. So if we look at the Ethereum space, this is more or less the order of magnitude. So $300, $340, this is more or less what you're going to pay at today's prices. In the Solana space, I mean, you're not going to get away with much cheaper than that anyways. Today, one Sol is around $180, $190. I didn't look recently, but it should be around that range of price. So it is not that cheaper or that convenient anymore. Sometimes it can be even more expensive. However, of course, the transaction prices also are super important when you want to realize your gains or when you want to enter a position in the secondary market. But as far as the primary market is concerned, there is not that big of a difference anymore. However, does it mean that we will not see interesting projects, or there are not, that as of today, there are not interesting projects brewing in this space? Well, not at all. Not at all. And actually, there is one project, and right now this is the only project that I'm interested in the Solana space. There is one project that I really love, and it's the Solana Snacks. I pronounce it Snacks project. And this is not just a collection of 10,000 JPEGs. This is an actual business that they want to launch. And the business entails the creation of a decentralized arcade gaming space. So basically you would enter this space, see the games that are available, pay to play these games, and then you as an owner of one of these 10,000 snakes, you would get a 10% of the cut of whatever the customer spends in this arcade space. Now, the reason why I like it is because it's an actual business, because it's innovative. I haven't seen anything that is exactly like this. I've seen other projects in gaming, but nothing that was a real business like this. And also because the minting is going to be free. So it's pure optionality. Of course, this is my opinion. I like it, doesn't mean that you have to like it, and none of this is financial advice. But this is an idea of why there could be interesting projects also in the space, in the Solana NFT space. And I also wanted to tell you why I want to stay away from some other projects that are basically just a collection of JPEGs that, frankly, I don't think are that much interesting anymore right now, especially if you want to hop on the next big trend in either way, Ethereum or Solana. Guys, I hope that you enjoyed this content. If you did, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button, and see you in the next video.